Hey guys! Oh wow, I didn't know you could see this. I was trying to, this is such a bad start. I put that up for decoration and you can see where the source is coming from. How's everyone doing? I'm going fresh face today because it seems like you guys really liked that on Instagram. Let me know if you can hear me because I don't know, I didn't check my audio levels. How's everyone doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Do a little sound check. Oh my gosh, it's hot in here. Yay! All right, guys. Makeup or no makeup? Are you guys cool with this? I feel like I look 14 when I don't put makeup on. Which leads me to one of you guys' questions. You said, why do women wear makeup? Well, for one, I don't want to look 12 everywhere I go. And with my height, I look like a child easily. All right, cool. Well, it's good to see you guys. I see a lot of regulars on here. How's everyone doing? It is 6:33 p.m. in California. So what time is it where you guys are at? You said I do what? Good. Glad you guys are doing good. Oh, 12. All right, that's cool. You know what's funny is I do so many like things to help my age. Like I want to stay looking young forever, but then I forget that I already do. So I need to probably ease up on the collagen and stuff. Let's see, we got 9:30s, 8:30s. See, this is why I want to make it a little bit earlier for you guys because I normally do these, I think, at like 7 or 8. So I know it's late. It's always later where you guys are at, but glad to see everyone and all my regs on here. I missed you guys. I know it's been a while since I've been kind of MIA. Ooh, I got a super chat from Buzz. That was from earlier. I'm so sorry. I'm just now seeing it. Thank you, Buzz, for the super chat. Appreciate you. All right, you guys. I know we're all here for the same thing. So, we got a super chat from Lion Rumble. What up, though? Roaring in Vegas. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Lion Rumble 81. All right, you guys. So before we get started, I got a little disclaimer for you. I know that I am kind of, I guess, putting women on blast. And for those of you, if there are women on here, I know I have mostly males watching my live, but for any women on here that are going to see this after it's posted, this doesn't apply. Everything I'm saying doesn't apply to every woman, okay? It applies to the women that I've known my whole life. Every woman, not every woman, but a lot of the women that I've been close to and have gotten to see their way of thinking. And, you know, if this doesn't apply to you, just know that this isn't for you. Because I know if you guys saw the interview I did with Kevin Samuels, a lot of women were in the comments hating, like they did not agree with what I was saying. They're like, I'm not like that. Okay, if you're not like that, bravo, this doesn't apply to you. You know, I mean, people come up with stereotypes for ethnicities for a reason, right? That doesn't mean it applies to every single person. That means that the majority of what we've come into contact with is what I'm talking about here, right? So first of all, thank you, Balls Deep. You know how weird I feel saying this username out loud. He said, smash the like button. Hey, Bizlo, thank you so much for the Snapchat. So good to see you. I've been seeing you on all my platforms. I appreciate you. Zachary Tate, what's up from a 216? Where's 216? Don't be mad at me. Neil, agreed. Good to see you too, Neil. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. All right, so you guys are crazy. Thank you, Jay. All right, So good to see you guys again. So continue on my disclaimer. The answers that I'm saying here are, I don't want to say biased, but I have male friends and I have girlfriends, and I obviously can see both sides to every story. And it's nice to have, to not be biased, to not be super feminist to where I support the way women treat men. And I'm also not saying that I fully support how men treat women. I think both genders have things to work on, including myself. So the things that I say aren't necessarily going to be to women, but it's also including me. So these are things I'm saying for me, because I don't do everything that I'm supposed to do that I think would help keep a guy, or that I think would help in treating guys better. Obviously, I'm not perfect, and there's a lot of things I need to work on too. So all I'm saying is this is how I personally think that women and men should be in relationships. For example, being 50-50. Like, I think that when it comes to having a great relationship, simply just don't do anything that you wouldn't want your partner doing. Simple as that. Obviously, that's not all you got to do, but I think that's a big factor in deciding what moves you're going to make when it comes to treating your significant other the way they should be treated, vice versa. So I know I'm talking so much, but let me get to your questions. I feel like I should start with the ones on Instagram, because I don't know if you guys are here from Instagram or from YouTube, but on Instagram, I posted on my story like a little poll for you guys to ask questions, and I see some of you in here already that asked some stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Instagram questions, but if you guys have one on here, feel free to highlight it for me. Alrighty, you guys ready? So the first thing you guys said, women need to stop wearing makeup. They look different when they take it off. Y'all look better natural. It's not really a question, but let's talk about that. Because obviously you guys say, no makeup, Jenny, you don't have to wear makeup in anything. First of all, when you have cameras on you and lights, this is different. This is a webcam, so it's bad quality regardless. But when you have cameras in 4K and lights and everything beaming on your face, it brings out, it's kind of like in theater. They put on layers and layers of makeup to kind of balance it. So on camera, I kind of have to, otherwise I don't look, you're going to disagree probably if you think that I look good right now. But aside from being on camera, a lot of, women, we have our insecurities just like men do. And, men, you can't say that you guys don't have insecurities, because you do. It's just, I think women try to hide theirs more, right? So we try to hide our insecurities with makeup and with hair products, extensions and wigs and nails and surgeries and workouts. We try to mask our beauty, but in our sense, it's enhancing, which some of you might disagree with that. But for me personally, like, I don't feel like I can be around people. Like, let's say if I'm at a social gathering, I feel like if I go without makeup, first of all, if there's a door guy at this social gathering, he's going to be like, are you old enough to get in here? So there's number one. Because you guys got to remember, along with this young face is a kid's height. So if I go out in public like this, and people don't know me, then I definitely look like I should be holding my mom's hand walking in. So kind of got to do the makeup thing. So besides that, obviously that's pertaining to me. So as far as other women, a lot of women try to enhance, I guess, their beauty by highlighting certain features. So if they feel like, a lot of girls who contour and try to have, oh my goodness, it stopped. Oh, I froze for a second. Sorry, you guys still with me? We good? So for a lot of women who like to contour and make their cheekbones look higher, sometimes their faces are a little more rounder. And, if you look at supermodels and what's classified as pretty, it's this face. without actually doing that, right? The duck face, because it makes your cheekbones stand out and look good. And because that's what females think look good, we highlight, we contour, we do all these things to try to make our faces the way we wish it was shaped. And we do the same thing with our noses, which I don't like my nose either, but my eyes are so tiny. And so I feel like when I have eyelashes, not necessarily that they get bigger, but I feel like it makes them look better. So that's why we do this, because we critique ourselves more than you guys would even notice. So if we look into a mirror, what we see is something different than what you guys see. So if I look in a mirror right now, I can point out a million things I would love to change about myself, whereas you guys will be like, no, what do you mean? You're perfect, you're beautiful, which we appreciate the compliments, but it's so hard to change what we see in our reflection, because everyone sees each other differently. Just like if I looked at you guys, I probably see you guys differently than you see yourselves too. So we all have different insecurities, and as women, we do want to try to kind of fix those as much as we could. But I do agree that we should once in a while not have makeup, and learn to love ourselves the way we were made. But it's hard for us to do that sometimes, especially in the social media world. Niners 21. He said, man, you're cute, sexy, and small. I'd carry you around. Thank you so much, Niners. I'm sure I could fit in anybody's pocket. I'm so little. Okay. All right. I hope I answered you guys' makeup question, right? Are we good with that? Someone said catfish. Yeah, some females do, or unless you're talking about me, but I get it. Like, a lot of us do put on more than we should to make us look different. And it's not with the intention of looking like a different person. It's because we just think that we look better that way. And if we do, some of you don't like it. Some of us do. Like, I personally do like how I look more with makeup on, and that's why I do it. But to answer your question as to why we wear makeup, it's because it makes us feel better about ourselves. Just does. Okay, next question. How do they keep their bodies in good shape and condition? Wow. Well, again, going back to the makeup thing, we do different things to either mask how we really look, or we actually put in work to enhance it, right? So me personally, you guys see the fluctuation in my weight. It's like, sometimes you're like, oh, Jenny got thicker. Other times you're like, oh, Jenny's losing weight. So it fluctuates for me because I don't really do anything different. I kind of just eat more or less. So as far as working out, definitely not in one of those phases right now. I'm like, I haven't worked out in I don't know how long. But yeah, as far as other women, they usually, I feel like a lot of women, especially in LA, tend to eat pretty healthy, and vegans. Have you seen vegan bodies? Because girls who are vegan, not saying that girls who aren't vegan don't look good, but like vegan people, you gotta hand it to them. Because number one, it's hard as hell to not eat meat. And number two, they just look really good because they're eating hella healthy. They're taking care of themselves. But yeah, a lot of women will either work their butt off in the gym and eat healthy, or they take a quicker route, which you guys don't shame the surgery process. I know you guys are all about natural and stuff, but I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was a dude and I wasn't happy with my dude size, and I was a dude and I didn't like that, like, I would probably get surgery to enhance it. So, you can't really get mad at females for wanting to fix something that's an insecurity. If you don't like it, then you don't need to be with that girl. But if she's doing it to make herself feel better, then that should be understandable. Will Jordan, thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you guys who are all commenting sweet things. I see you and I appreciate you. I hope I answered that question. I know you guys are waiting for the more nitty-gritty stuff. Whew. Okay, why do women lead people on? Okay, I'm sure you guys all want to know this one. So I have many girlfriends who lead guys on and don't realize it. Some do, depending if they're using them. But some women don't realize that they're doing it. So, I've been guilty of that in the past without realizing it. But it seems to me that there's a lot of guys who I guess you can say they kind of misunderstand women and their actions. So it's easy to misinterpret a woman being nice as flirting. So sometimes some of my friends who are very naturally flirtatious, or they just are very positive and outgoing and bubbly and kind of touchy, it can come off as being interested when they're really just being friendly. So there's a distinct, not distinct, but there's a fine line between being friendly and being flirty. And I feel like it's kind of hard to distinguish the two, especially if the person's attractive and they're being nice to you. I understand why that would seem like they want you. So, with some women leading guys on unintentionally, it's usually because they're just being nice and they don't mean it. But yeah, there's definitely women who do it on purpose. So if we're talking about those women, it's usually because they are after something in particular. But it's not just women that are after certain things. There are guys too, of course. There's both parties will do both things, but women tend to utilize their assets, I guess, because they know that guys at the end of the day will go above and beyond to get it in if they need to. So women use that to their advantage. They think, hey, if this guy's going to be a dog and want me so bad and he'll do anything it takes to get with me, then I'm gonna make him work for it. That's a woman's mentality, is if a guy is willing to go like bend over backwards for me, I'm gonna let it happen. I'm gonna milk it as much as I can. That's just a woman's mentality, because they know what they can get away with. They know what they're capable of. So they use that to their advantage. So how to avoid that? Don't bend over backwards for her unless you're worth it. Plain and simple. All right. So did I answer that for you guys? Oh, you guys all want to know about the friend zone already. You guys want me to skip to the friend zone stuff? That's what it looks like you guys want to get to. Let me see. Friend zone question. I know you guys asked a lot about the friend zone. I was trying to narrow it down to something in particular. Now I'm not seeing it. There's so many questions on here. All right, you guys. Ask me a specific friend zone question. No one's asking particular friend zone questions? Oh, I forgot. I always forget this is delayed. Bizlo, thank you so much. Oh, are you leaving? JB, take it easy. Everyone be safe and take care. Have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. You a real one. Always supports me. Appreciate you. Okay. You do look very, very young. It's kind of just, oh no, I'm sorry. Do I need to put makeup on, you guys? I know I look young as hell. Okay. So I'm going to go back to these questions because none of you are specifying the friend zone thing. So we're just going to get to it when we get to it. Okay. Signs that a girl is interested in you. So, oh, wait, you got a super chat. BX brother. I hope I said that correctly. He said, NYC loves you. Keep it up. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you for the super chat. Signs a girl is into you. This is tricky because this is different for every girl, and every girl shows their affections differently, obviously. But I noticed that a lot of guys tend to be really confused. I personally have guy friends. I feel like if they're watching this, they're gonna be mad, but whatever. I have guy friends who will immediately think that a female wants them if she's A, nice to them, and B, laughs at their jokes. I want to let you know right now, if a female is being nice to you and laughing at your jokes, she's literally just being nice and laughing at your jokes. Like, that's all it is. Corey's in the house. I'm sorry, guys. I will get right back to that. But Corey's asked a question. He said, why do women date men who don't care about them? Oh, man. All right, you guys got to remind me what I was just talking about because I was on a roll there. Why do women date men who don't care about them? Oh, my goodness. That's a whole nother topic, Corey. I feel like I should get to that after I do this. Is that okay? Can we get back to that question? I promise you I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna remember you said that. Look, I'm even gonna take a picture of it. I promise I will. But because that's just a whole nother conversation that we're gonna get to. So, all right, so we're talking about being nice. Now, okay, for example, me being nice here, I freaking love you guys. So we're not even talking about me. I'm talking about women in general who you're really trying to, you see them in person, you get to know them a little bit, and they're talking, they're laughing, they're being sweet. It's very easy for your mind to be hopeful and think like, oh my God, maybe this girl wants me, right? But a lot of times they're just being nice. The way to really tell the difference is kind of time and them showing, like them actually making a move and showing interest. Now, when a woman makes a move, they're not going to physically tell you they're interested or ask you out or whatever. Some bold women could, but a lot of times it's very subtle, and you kind of have to read it, and you have to read between the lines. So I know one of the things is eye contact. That's huge. So for example, for me, when I was single, if I saw someone I was interested in, I'd kind of lock eyes with them, and that's more if you're looking at like a physical thing. Like if we're looking at physical interest, if you see someone across the room or something, we definitely give signals with our eyes, and our eyes can speak a lot of words. So someone can give you the I want to F you eyes, right? You got to look for that as opposed to the friendly eyes. You basically have to see something more than just friendly gestures. So if someone's like, oh my God, I love you, you're like my best friend, if they talk to you like that, it's usually especially if they use the word friend with you or brother with you, then they're clearly putting you in a certain category, and you have to look out for that, because typically if a woman really wants you and she thinks she can get you, she's not going to put you in that category as friend or brother. But yeah, going back to signs of a girl being interested, you have to really read her body language. A lot of touching. Sometimes girls, if they're interested, they're going to do the whole, it's hard to do on nobody, but this is your chest. And she's like, a lot of like physical, girls are very physical when it comes to like showing how they feel, unless they're on the shyer side, then look for eyes. But I would say not to make a move on a chick immediately without fully knowing if she's interested, unless you don't mind rejection. If you don't mind rejection, then I would say go for it. But if you want to actually, take a little bit of time to really figure out if she's into you, then I would say not to ruin your chances right away. DT, thank you for the super chat. He said, don't listen to a fish on how to catch fish. Ask a fisherman. Don't listen to a fish on how to catch fish. Ask a fisherman. I don't get it. I'm too slow for that comment. I'm sorry. Someone tell me what that means. I can't tell if that was a diss or not, but you gave me a super chat, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it can be very confusing between figuring out if a girl's into you or if she's just being nice. But I would say not to immediately get your hopes up until you have a good solid sign, because a lot of my guy friends get really excited about having the potential to get with somebody that they would think is out of their league, but really they're just acting on impulse. Like they're just getting excited because it's an attractive person giving them attention. And sometimes an attractive woman giving you attention doesn't necessarily mean I want you. So sometimes you have to listen for that. Oh, we saying ask a man? What? Don't listen to a fish and how to catch a fish. First of all, I'm bi, so I know how to get a woman. Thank you very much. If that's what you're talking about. All right. So moving on to the next one. Okay. How do you know what oh, you know what? Let's get back to Corey's. All right. Corey's. He said, I took a picture of it. All right, Corey, you still in here? Thank you, guys. All right. Sorry, I was reading some comments. I can't read and talk at the same time. Okay, so Corey said, why do women date men who don't care about them? Which also goes into the question of why do women date assholes? Why do women date guys that don't care about them? Or why do they go after the bad boys? You also say, you've also asked, why do women prefer bad boys over the good guys, right? So, oh, wait, I'm sorry. Lion Rumble, he said, do women feel awkward when men are like, damn, you're sexy, or do they feel something else? Okay. Because you asked me that, I'm gonna screenshot that. I don't want to lose my train of thought. That's another conversation. I promise you, I'm gonna get to that question right after this one. But thank you, Lion, for the super chat. Okay, so back to the question about why do women date assholes or date guys that don't care about them? That goes hand in hand with the friend zone stuff, right? So with the friend zone, like why women have a good guy right in front of them, but they just talk to him about the asshole that they want. Those questions kind of all go hand in hand. The answer is very plain and simple. And again, this doesn't apply to every woman. This applies to me and the women that I've known in my life. Just like men, women want to be physically attracted to somebody, right? So, just like a lot of you in the comment section don't necessarily go for like the most unattractive girl in the room. Of course, who's going to grab your attention in the room? It's probably the finest chick in there, right? So that's kind of how a woman's mentality is they want somebody that they think is fine as hell. Now, if you've been friend zoned before, and this isn't a diss towards you, this isn't saying you ain't fine as hell. This is saying that whatever her standard of attractive is, whatever she finds attractive, she may not necessarily see in you, which doesn't make you an unattractive person. That just means that she has different standards of what she looks for in someone that catches her attention physically. So, for example, like villains or bad guys on TV, you know how girls are like, oh my God, he's so hot. It's not because he's bad that he's hot. Usually it's because they just think he's fine as hell. And typically, if a dude is fine, a lot of times, they end up thinking it's okay to be assholes because they don't got to be nice to get the girl. They just got to look good, right? So if a dude's fine, then chicks are going to flock to him regardless of what he's like. So he can be the biggest douche on the planet, but she's like, have you seen his body? I want all of that. So a lot of it is physical for women. Whenever I mean, personally, from what I've seen, a lot of it is just women wanting this dude in their eyes. It's like drop dead gorgeous or whatever. Now, if you see girls talk about dudes that you don't think are fine, I mean, it's not like you would, like, guys really know when a guy is attractive or not, right? Because like I said, it's all perspective. It's whoever the girl thinks is attractive. Sometimes it's not just the looks, but sometimes it's their confidence. So some, like assholes, they tend to have a lot of confidence and it's actually super cocky. But at the same time, like that confidence is just sexy to a girl. Or sometimes being aggressive. Girls love, okay, so in a nutshell, girls will pick the asshole because A, he's probably fine as hell in her eyes. B, she likes his confidence or just how he, the way he carries himself, it like looks like any girl he wants. And for some reason that just, women like that confidence. I personally don't. I think it's cocky as hell, but that's what they like. Or they like a guy who's very aggressive because they want to know that, they could be manhandled in a sexy way, or another thing could be that the guy he's just fun. Like sometimes a bad boy type can be fun because they like breaking rules and, sneaking around. That's why sometimes people who cheat like the excitement of sneaking around because that's fun. So kind of like when a girl's with a bad boy, it's fun. And I'm not saying that we should be doing that. I don't approve of it, but I used to, back in the day, I would have to choose between the good guy and the bad guy. Sometimes I would go for the bad guy if I felt like he was physically more attractive in my eyes. that is why I would go for that one. Nowadays, I see beauty differently. And I think if you're beautiful on the inside, then you're beautiful on the outside. That's just how I see it. But not a lot of people see it like that, because just like men, you know, you guys, of course, want someone that you can wake up next to every day, right? So that's kind of how women look at it too, is like, do I want to bang the hell out of this guy? Or do I feel like we're just going to be side by side, hanging out, buddy and stuff, you know? So it's like trying to break that wall in her mind of between friend and lover. It's like if she just sees you as a friend and you can't break that like kind of sex barrier there, and I'm not saying to go for it and push them into trying to show them that you're a sexual deviant or anything, but it's like you have to kind of like, to break out of the friend zone, you have to, I guess, they have to see you in that light. If they just see you as a friend, then they're putting you in a certain category that you won't want to be in. Let me take a second to look at these super chats. Arthur, thank you so much for the super chat. You gave me a little heart sticker. Thank you. Tom, just Tom. He said, peace and love from Colorado. Beautiful as always. Thank you. And he said, what's your opinion on dating apps? I will get to that too. Also taking a picture of that. So I will definitely get to that in a second. Okay. So I promise I'm getting to you guys' questions, just trying to kind of go in order here of what I was talking about. All right. So back to what we were saying about, girls liking assholes. So those are the main reasons that I've witnessed why women do friend zone guys, is because they don't have that initial instant physical attraction to them. They're not like, I want to jump this guy's bones. So if they don't feel that, they're not going to think of them any differently. Like they're not going to see them as more than a friend if that's not their initial instinct. Like I could look at all my guy friends that are just my guy friends. Well, that's all of my guy friends, whatever. But I could look at my guy friends and know like immediately I'm not going to think, well, I'm in a relationship, so I wouldn't think that way about anyone. But if I was single, I wouldn't look at my guy friends and think like, oh my God, the things I would do to them. I would never. I would think like I would not do anything with them. And it's and it's not even just like, it's not just a physical thing, but it's also because I just never, like, I never took them out of that category. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. Was expecting more of an eye-opening answer, but it's all good. Well, no, I mean, I feel like a lot of guys don't really understand why when a woman is like venting to them about a dude that's treating them like crap, and the guy's like, well, I'm standing right here, you don't want me. Obviously, it's because she's probably not sexually attracted to you. She could be attracted to you on several different levels, but sometimes the sexual attraction isn't there. And for a woman, she has to be stimulated on all levels. If it's not all levels, then sometimes physical is like important. So if they feel like, you know, they could have a guy friend that's like everything they've ever wanted, you know, everything on their list of what they look for in a guy. But if they can't see themselves kissing them or doing anything with them like that, then it's hard to get past that stage, right? And I know it's a lot from a dude. I mean, a lot to expect from a guy. It's like too much to ask for. It's kind of like you're either it or you're not. And if that's the case, like if you're dealing with a woman that's not, I guess, that puts you in that friend zone category immediately, then that's just not the woman for you. Like if she wants to keep you there, I wouldn't see the point in trying to break free from that, because they've already kind of set their mind in having you in a certain, you know, place. And I'm not saying like give up hope altogether with that person if that's someone that you really want, but I'm just saying you have to consider the fact that you would take them in a heartbeat and they wouldn't do the same for you, because if so, they would already be with you. So what I'm saying is, even though women have high standards, maybe you guys need to have some high standards too, because I feel like a lot of guys tend to, you know, immediately want the first fine woman they see. And you guys need to realize there's a lot more to a woman that you need to understand, and not necessarily understanding their mind, because that's impossible, but knowing that you guys deserve someone that wants you as bad as you want them. So think about that next time you start chasing a woman. because a lot of times you're chasing the wrong one and you won't realize it until you've chased for so long that you're like, why am I still running after someone that's not turned around and chased me? You know, you guys both have to want each other equally. It can't be like you always trying to get this person or you waiting around for this person. Like, you guys are better than that. You know, you can get someone that wants you just as bad as you want them. BYL, thank you for the super chat. Just discovered you a month ago. I love your stuff. Off topic, but sharing my top 5 videos on other channels. Situationships, condoms, helping my girl, honest as fuck. Help us, Kevin Samuels. Hey, that's dope. Thank you so much. Got another super chat from Buzz. I'm an older fellow, 60 plus, and have a body count over 450. You are on point with all your info. You know what, Buzz? I don't know if that's your real body count, but thank you for sharing that. No judgment here. I'm sure all these guys think you're a saint. But thank you for saying that. Okay, I didn't forget everyone else that sent a super chat with a question. All right, so let's see. I skipped over. So Corey, I hope I answered your question. And then Lion Rumble, you said, do women feel awkward when men are like, damn, you're sexy, or do they feel something else? Again, women are different. I would say with me, because I have ugly duckling syndrome, so I was bullied as a kid and told that I was hideous and everything. So you guys can, compliment me all day long and I will love it. As far as other women, not so much. They prefer the terms beautiful or cute or pretty. Like, a lot of them prefer that than over like, damn, you're so cute. Because you know how women are. They're like, oh my God, I want him to like me for my mind, not my body. They're confusing. So, yeah, I would say to ease up on like the more sexy comments and to do more of the sweet ones. And also on, again, other women, not me, because I love the compliments, whatever it is. If it's sweet, I appreciate it. But other women, sometimes you gotta, ease up on it. The more forward you are with the compliments like that, sometimes they don't want that and it's off-putting. So yeah, sometimes they don't like it. Especially if they're really cocky, they definitely don't like it because they're just like annoyed. Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. Chase someone who wants you. Absolutely. You guys deserve to be chased too. I feel like guys are doing too much of the chasing nowadays. You deserve females to be after you too, and you guys probably have, because you guys all sound like great guys in here. Jerome, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Jenny, loved you on the latest first day investments. Hey, but what's your opinion on having game and that being a component of getting women? Okay, hold on. Saving that one too. I'm sorry, I'm like going out of order here, you guys. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get off track with these questions because I'm so ADD. So, Lion, I hope I answered your question, right? Yes. Okay. Next one, I skipped over Tom, just Tom. I hope you're still in here, Tom. You said, what's your opinion on dating apps? So, I feel like dating apps they're kind of tricky. I personally don't like them only because I think when you first meet someone, you don't really meet them, right? You're meeting a representation of themselves. They're showing you what they want you to see. So I think the best things come to you when you least expect it or where you're not looking for it. Like if you're in public and you run into someone that's cute and you guys kind of hit it off. I think natural connections like that are great. I'm not saying anything negative about dating apps. It's great to get to know people that way, but I think it kind of hinders you from really getting to know them, only because you're there for a reason. You're there to meet someone, so you're going to put your best foot forward, right? You're going to show them everything you want them to see, which is the same as meeting someone in person, but at least you're kind of catching them a little off guard if they're not already, if they're not there looking for something. Whereas on a dating app, it's like, it just seems very by the book. It's like the typical, let's get on this app, let's talk to each other and see if you can pique my interest. And it's kind of like a game, But if you guys do get on dating apps, I know that in the past, like I probably went on a dating app like 5 years ago and I made a couple of friends on there that I still know. So I would say, like, you can build good friendships on there if you can get past those layers. But as far as like using that as your tool to date someone, it's a hit or miss, you know? Like, I've seen some stories where people have met on dating apps and they are still together and they got married and stuff, and that's great. But me personally, I think it's like when you're really searching for something, that's the least expected time to get it. Like, you get the best things come to you when you're not looking for it. So I think, you know, it's good to kill some time or some loneliness if you want to talk to somebody on an app. That's perfectly fine. I just think that it's a little bit easier when it's more natural, as opposed to let me go on this app in hopes to find somebody, you know? Bizlo, man, I came back at the perfect time. I'm weak, my boy bustling and meat pistol. Sheesh. What? Hold on, what happened? I'm glad you're back, by the way. What are you talking about? I don't know what happened. Did I miss something? But yeah, you know, it's also, dating apps are also hard when it comes to like catfishing too. So that's another thing. But again, like I said, if it's fun and, you know, and it's something that you want to, you know, if, let's say you just got a relationship, you want to go meet someone, yeah, why not? You know, I'm not shaming or down talking apps at all. I was just saying, from my opinion, I think, like I said, it's, you know, the best things come when you least expect it, depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a good time and you find someone that's not catfishing you, then, you know, why not have a good time, right? Nothing wrong with that. Okay, I hope I answered your question, Tom. Tom, if you're still on here. Next, we got, okay, so Jerome King, I hope you're still here. So you said, what's your opinion on having game and that being a component on getting women? Okay, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more specific, because I feel like when it comes to games, period, women and men play games. We all play games, right? Because it's not, I feel like nowadays with this generation, it's hard for us to just be ourselves. Because in this world, everyone's playing games. Everyone wants to everyone kind of wants to be someone they're not. For example, communication. So, you know, when it comes to texting someone that's a big texter, like, say, you know, there's people who love texting each other when they like each other. They love texting back and forth. And there's some people who don't want to come off as eager or desperate. So they'll like wait in between texts, and they're like, I'm not going to text them all the time, even though I want to. But you don't know if the other person is wanting you to text them. So it's kind of hard if you have to play the games of like, I'm only going to text them once a day, or I'm only going to call them once, or I'm going to play hard to get. Because games, period, are just, they're not going to help you in the long run if you're looking for longevity in a relationship. Like, let's just turn off the games. But it's hard, especially when you don't know what someone's looking for. And that's why I'm saying playing games. Like, you have to be upfront with someone with what you're looking for, because it can be really hard to figure out what someone wants, especially if it's women, because women, 90% of the time, maybe 98% of the time, we don't know what we want, and we say that we do, but we really don't. And also our mind changes. So sometimes it's not that we don't know, it's just something that we want 2 minutes later isn't something we wanted 2 minutes ago. So as far as, oh, Jerome, you said, well, when I say game, I mean having a good mouthpiece, having integrity, and being good on your, oh, okay. All right, so hold on. Having good, let me have to go back to your question. My memory is terrible. A component on getting women. Okay. Well, it's definitely good to have a good mouthpiece, because at that point, it's like you can be lacking in other areas, but if you got a mouthpiece on you, that's definitely helpful. But at the same time, women can also misconstrue that for something else. So if you have a good mouthpiece on you, sometimes women look at it like, he probably gets hella girls talking like that, or he probably talks to every girl like that. So you got to kind of be careful, because women like to overanalyze everything. So you have to be especially careful what you say to any girl. And I know this is a lot of information, but you guys asked, first of all. But it's a lot, but you guys got to know this if you want to move forward with somebody, because women be over analyzing everything, right? So every word you say, women will hold against you. So you have to be careful not to say something that is going to come bite you in the butt later, because women will remember what you say. They'll hold on to it. And I know you guys know this, but we will use what you say, and sometimes we'll manipulate it too to our advantage. So you got to be careful with that. But yeah, as far as girls saying what they want when they really don't know what they want, it can get confusing. So it's like you have to really don't even try to, I wouldn't say try to diagnose what a woman's thinking or feeling, because if we don't know, you're not going to know. But the best you could do is try not to say anything stupid. And when I say don't say anything stupid, I mean, like, you got to really be careful, because girls will twist your words and make you realize that a compliment was actually an insult. Also speaking for myself, because I do this to this day. Yeah, so there's a lot. I feel like I'm going off topic, so let me go back to this question. Jerome, did I answer your question? I guess if you got a mouthpiece on you, be careful how you use it, because girls will overanalyze everything. So, for example, if you're telling her, you know, you spitting game and talking about, like, you know, let's say you're poetic with it and you're like saying some sweet nothings to her. You're over here thinking like, yeah, man, you know, like, I got this girl like a hook. And really, she's thinking on their line like, man, I'm not telling my homegirls, this dude playing me. He's talking to every female like this. Girls will flip the script on you. So you just got to be careful with that. Will Jordan, thank you so much for the super chat. What up, Jenny babe, the Asian queen? Quick question. Who is more dangerous, eyeing a man, a married woman, or a woman that's single? Wait, what? Who's more dangerous, eyeing a man, a married woman, or a woman that's single? I'm so confused about this. What? I feel like there's just so many different categories. Wait a second. I'm so confused. Guys, help me with this. Yeah, help. Will, please explain to me in like small words, because I'm like, I feel slow as hell. I met the love of my life. Oh, Kentimana. I hope I said your name right. Thank you for the super chat. He said, I met the love of my life, but she dumped me because I told her I was separated after we slept together. Am I out of luck, or should I try to get her back? Whoa. Wait. Oh, wow. No, you could definitely still try, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know her, so I don't know how she's feeling. But if you were the love of her life, then I would say to try to get her back. But you gotta really diagnose and figure out if she felt the same way about you that you felt about her. Because if it's a one-way street, then it's kind of, you know, you can't really beat a dead horse. So if she loved you as much as you love her, then you could still have another chance. BX brother, thank you for the super chat. Yes, you said my name right. Hey, loved you on Kevin Samuels. Thank you. You just nailed it about changing wants and their own created realities. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for that. And I want to touch base on some of the things I said there too that women disagreed with. Bizlo, off topic. When are you moving back to Texas? I'm not moving back to Texas, but I do visit once in a while. All right. Okay, so I answered Jerome's. Okay, good. So I answered the guys that sent a super chat, right? So I'm just waiting on Will to explain. Oh, Will said, I meant looking at a man who is attractive, a married woman or a single woman. You just repeated your question, bro. So, okay. Let's look at Will's question again. So he said, who is more dangerous, eyeing a man, a married woman, or a woman that's single? Are you talking about from my point of view? Like if I was, because that's like a bi question. I'm free. I'm lost. Okay, what you said. All right, so it is for me. Okay. What's more dangerous for me? I'm a man, a married woman. Well, I'm in a relationship, so I'm sorry, you guys, for those of you who are just now finding that out for some reason. So if we're talking like if I was single, eyeing a man, a married woman, or a woman that's single, more dangerous, probably all of them. Okay, well, the married woman, obviously, because she's the one that's unavailable, which I definitely want to get to that, by the way. Nicanor is on here. Thanks for the cameo. I'm focusing on me, not chasing women, you know? Hey, that's what's up. I'm glad you found me on here. Good to see you, hear from you. But yes, absolutely. Focus on you and don't chase women, because women need to be chasing you. And I don't mean literally wait for a woman to chase you, but I mean like I said, you know, she got to want you as bad as you want her. Why should that be one-sided? Okay, I'm gonna get back to the Instagram questions. So we've got, man, I cannot keep up with you guys. Okay, why do some women scam men? Why do some women scam men? Well, I'm just gonna put out there, guys are very easy to scam when it comes to a woman. And you guys know this. That's why there's so many movies of like a chick seducing a guy before she gets what she wants. You know, if she's a villain or she's a robber or whatever. Because, you know, you guys, like, you've seen my video where I took my shirt off and distracted the dude from cheating. It's like, y'all just you guys make it so easy sometimes. So of course girls are going to do that. If they feel like they can get something from you because it's so easy, they're going to do it. And if it worked that easy for you guys too, you would also do it. Jerome King said, another question, do you feel that approaching face-to-face is starting to become a lost art? Absolutely. I feel like so much with social media and everything online, it's so easy to use that as your mask. And it's hard to really get to know someone on a one-on-one basis, especially if you're just typing to each other. But I'm trying to read somebody. All right. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Sorry. All right, so we were talking about, why women scam men. I hope that answered that question. If you guys weren't if guys weren't so easy to like distract and manipulate women, of course, the harder time they have, then the less likely they'll do it. But because they can get away with it, you know, if a girl can get away with getting free food from a dude or like getting money or whatever, they're going to do it. That's why scammers in real life, not telemarketers, but scammers that call us, that's why they do what they do, because they feel like they can. So that's why women do it. I'm very much opposed to women scamming and leading anyone on, whether it's intentional or not. I would say don't do it, but you know, people are going to do what they want to do, right? So don't let women scam you. How about that? Why do girls like thugs and dudes who ain't shit? I pretty much answer that with the asshole thing. Someone said, why are women in California so fake? I think people in general can be very fake. And in California, there are a lot more fake people out here, definitely. But we're also looking at the industry we're in. Like, we're on social media and, you know, this is the entertainment industry. So, of course, people are going to try to portray a different side of them. And, okay, like me, for example, I'm going to put my business out there because I know you guys want to get to know me better too. I suffer from depression and anxiety, but that's not the me that I want to show you guys. If that were the case, then I would be on here crying all the time or whatever. Yeah, I put my business out there. It's fine. But that's not the me I want you to see, because I don't want you to feel that negativity. I would rather be a light to you guys and be positive to you and make you guys feel good and smile and forget about your day for a little bit if it was hectic, rather than be negative, you know? So people are fake in different ways. You can call it fake, or you can call it just not being transparent fully, because obviously we wear masks to cover up what we don't want you to see. So yes, it can be taken as a bad thing, but sometimes it's for a reason. And we don't really know what that reason is until we get to know somebody. Nicanor, what do you plan Sorry. Wow. I'm like reading two questions at once. What do you think of women making a financial plan out of men, taking all his resources, money, etc.? Wow. Well, I definitely don't like when women do that, but for the women that do, it's because, like I said, sometimes guys make it so easy. I mean, that's why sugardaddies.com is a thing, because there are guys who want to do that for girls. Like they want to pay women for that. And if they want to do that, I'm not knocking them for that either. But at the same time, there's guys who complain that women do that. So in a sense, it's like women are used to, guys always offering them money for certain things, and those, women will take it. And because that is a thing that exists, girls will kind of use that even if it's not offered to them. So if a guy isn't putting his money out there, he's putting his heart in his sleeve. Sometimes women are still used to guys just handing them their wallet. So that's kind of what they go after. And do I think it's good for women to go after a man's wallet? Absolutely not. Because I believe in, working hard and not having to depend on someone else. But every girl's different. So the women that do feel the need to, take all of a man's money and resources, that's them. I'm not one of those, but for the girls that do that, they do it because it just happens so easily for them. It's like a walk in the park for them to be able to show their assets and get something in return for that. So it's sad, but that's how it is. Will Jordan. Okay, Jenny, better question. Who will lust after a man more, a married woman or a single woman? Oh, okay. I'm so sorry for not understanding that. Wow. Both. Pretty much, to answer your question, a single woman is more likely to lust over a man, period. But if we're talking like what kind of a man, like if the man's married or not, a woman will definitely go after the man that's married. And I'm going to get into that in a second too. Eddie Rob, thank you so much for the super chat. When to approach and girls coming back years later. When to approach a woman? I would say not to approach a woman unless she gives you some kind of signal, like at least eye contact. Eye contact is a big thing, and I don't mean just like a quick glance, like a continued gazing at each other type of thing. But without that signal, I would say you have a higher chance of rejection if you're just going to act on impulse. Like if you're just like, oh, I see someone fine, I'm gonna go talk to them. You're not giving them a chance to digest the situation. You're just like shocking them. They're like, oh, I have a boyfriend. And girls coming back years later, can you be more specific with that? Gravy, Marceline, thank you for the super chat. Love that you're representing the cool chick like you, the mindset of keeping it transparent and honest. Oh, thank you. I'm trying, you guys, because I don't want to bash women at all, because at the end of the day, I love women, I love men. I just want all of us to get along and understand each other a little better. So again, what I'm saying isn't based on everybody. I'm talking about the men that I know, the women that I know. I'm just trying to bring y'all together and let you know what it is, because I know there's a lot of confusion going on, because you never know what a girl's thinking. She don't know what a guy's thinking. It's harder to figure out what a woman is thinking, because we have 1,000 thoughts in our head at one time, So like if we're mad at you, we'll be thinking about all the reasons why we're mad at you, where we should be instead, what we ate today. Did I feed my dog? Like we're thinking of 1,000 things all the time. So don't ever try to get in a woman's head, because it's going to be a cluster fudge. Next question. Why do you eat off my plate when you have food? Okay. Now, I know I've known a lot of women to not eat what they ordered, or not order at all and then eat the guy's food. And the reason why they do that, it goes back to the drawing board where I said women don't know what we want because we don't. Maybe at the time we weren't hungry. Maybe we were upset and we didn't want nothing to eat. And now that we smell food and we see you have it, suddenly we freaking want it, especially because we didn't get anything for ourselves. We want what we can't have, and you got it and we want it. So that's why we do that. Me personally, I will usually always want something to eat, and I'll eat my man's food too. I'll do both. So there's that. Jerome King. Hey, what's your view on reciprocation in a relationship? Oh gosh. Like I said, I would love if all relationships could be 50-50. I understand that that's difficult, but that's ideal, right? But I do think that couples need to pay attention to what they both want and what they don't want. So if they don't want, if there's something that you wouldn't want being done to you, you wouldn't even have to think, is it cheating or would she not like it? If you can't do it in front of her, don't do it. If she can't do it in front of you, she shouldn't do it either, you know? So it's like, just be fair to each other. Give each other what you both want, what you both need. And I can't see it going super wrong. Nick and Nahar, thank you for another super chat. And Jenny, do you have any appearances at any cons coming up, like meet and greets? New York Comic Con's coming up in October. Oh, that's good to know. I'll definitely look into that. There's a meet and greet I should have coming up in a couple months. I will get back to you guys on that. Anything, if you follow me on Instagram, I post anything I have going on there usually. I try to put it on YouTube too. But yeah, I will keep you updated if I do have anything within like the next month or so. I don't know what you guys are saying on here. I'm trying to catch up, but okay. Next one. Why do women seek so much attention and validation even if they are in a relationship? So, me personally, I'm kind of a rare breed. I feel like if I'm in a relationship, I don't need nobody's validation and attention except my man's. Other women don't really operate like that. A lot of women, their insecurities run deep. I mean, mine run deep too, but sometimes it's just not enough hearing it from one person, especially, well, again, not talking about me, but other women. Sometimes they just need to, they like being sought after by everybody. So if they feel like, for the women who don't feel like they're getting enough attention from their significant other, which sometimes they're not getting enough. I know girls who are with someone and, you know, the guy might think he's contacting her enough and complimenting her enough, but she'll still feel like she's not getting enough. But if a girl is getting more compliments online or from dudes that she sees walking down the street, whatever, if she's getting more attention from other guys than her man, then that's a scary thought, because girls are going to, you know, anytime a girl is seeking attention elsewhere, it's not healthy, obviously. So you got to make sure you're still complimenting her if you are with her. Otherwise, if you feel like you are complimenting her more than enough and she's still searching elsewhere for it, that's a talk that you need to have. But if they do it, the reasoning behind it is because they just need to feel like they still look good. You know, sometimes they get tired of hearing it from the same person. Sometimes they want to hear it from other people, you know, because they'll think like, oh, you're my significant other. Of course you're going to say that I'm beautiful and all these nice things, but am I really? And at the end of the day, it's true. You know, like if you really love a woman, aren't you going to keep telling her that she's beautiful? Even if, I mean, you're still going to see her as beautiful even at her worst, but she's not going to feel that way. And if she doesn't not necessarily believe you, she's going to want to make sure that everyone else thinks so too, which again, not the best thing, but just make sure you keep complimenting your woman, because women need attention. We attention whores. We need it. We need constant love and affection. Don't leave any room for any other guy to sneak in and compliment her. That is danger zone. The second you're not complimenting your woman, she will find someone who will. So make sure you keep doing that. Ronald, good to see you. Truly fantastic woman. Enjoy this interesting chat. Thank you so much, Ronald. Okay. Next one. Why do women get mad because they don't get what they want? Don't a lot of people get mad when they don't get what they want, though? I feel like it's understandable. You know, I mean, for those of you who watch anime, you'll see plenty of like bad guys and villains and stuff who, if they don't get what they want, they're going to keep fighting until they get it, right? Whether it's right or whether it's wrong. So same thing apply to women. It's like one way or another, they're going to get what they want. If they don't get it, they're going to be mad. I feel like it's the same way with guys. It's just women are extra sensitive on the outside. Oh, someone said, why isn't it enough to hear it from your significant other? I think it is. I absolutely believe that, you know, if you're with someone and they're consistently giving you words of affirmation, then you shouldn't seek it elsewhere. But the women that do seek it elsewhere, it's because it just feels good for everyone else to think that you look good. I don't know, the reason why girls go out in public and get dressed up and dolled up, even if they're not going to see their man, is to feel good about themselves and know that they still got it. And if someone compliments them, I think it's understandable to appreciate compliments from anybody. Just like if you're taken and a fine girl walks up to you and tells you that you look good, or maybe she's not a fine girl, maybe someone just compliments you. People love compliments in general. So sometimes girls just need it more because they love attention. Tino, hey Jen, men need love and attention too. Absolutely. Going back to that, see, I wish I had more women on here so we could talk about, oh, Tiffany, thank you, girl. Man, I'm so ADD. That's why I'm saying women also need to give their man lots of love and attention. I absolutely agree with that. And with that being said, I feel like a lot of women ask for so much from a guy as far as standards and the long list that they have of what they want in a dude, but they don't really do the same for them, you know? I mean, imagine how a woman would feel if a guy pulls out a list of 50 things and goes down the list of everything he expects her to be. Women aren't used to that. But guys are used to this from women because women are like, he has to be tall, he has to be handsome, he has to rub my feet, he has to take me on dates, he has to give me roses. There's so many things women will want and need from a guy, but a lot of times I feel like they're kind of lacking when it comes to returning the favor, right? And being that same amazing woman that a guy would want her to be too. But we're going to get to that. All right. Nicanor, I think people don't know their own value, so they seek validation from everywhere. Some people take security in everyone knowing their business. That's true. That's not me personally, but that is a lot of people, and I think that's why people post their emotions on social media. If you think of that, that's like another way to look at it too, you know? Sometimes if you're going through something, whether you're mad at somebody or you're going through a breakup, you're gonna tweet it. For those of you who tweet about it or post about it or put like a meme up on your story that kind of relates to that person, or you put a song that relates to your situation, you low-key want someone to hear and validate, and you know, you want somebody in your business kind of seeing what's up. So you can kind of look at it like that. Thank you, Neil. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Right, next. Why do women lack accountability for their actions and their choices? That's a good one. Okay, going to the manipulation topic. Oh, all right. Try not to say too many negative things about women. Us women, because I fall in this category as well. I think that, how do I say this without, I don't want to talk too much mess. Okay. Women, a lot of women, again, not all, we don't like being wrong. But then again, that's also men. You know, there's a lot of males and females who don't like being wrong. And that's totally understandable. I hate when I'm wrong, but sometimes I gotta admit that I am. Not a lot of us are good at admitting when we are wrong. And the problem with women is, I guess I shouldn't call it a problem, but the thing about women is if they're caught being wrong, it's usually over something they made a big deal about initially, right? So say they make a big deal about something, maybe they're accusing you of cheating, and then you got the receipts and you prove to them that you weren't, and she feels stupid. She don't want to feel stupid. She wants to feel like all her efforts in trying to catch your ass don't go to waste. So she flips the script, plays that come the alligator tears, and they want to make it seem like you kind of made them feel that way. You know, like they're going to try to flip it and make it seem like they're not in the wrong. And that's understandable. I'm not saying it's okay, but it's understandable to try to make it seem like you didn't do anything wrong, right? Just like if a guy is actually cheating and he'll go through hell and back, lying after lie after lie, just to try to prove her wrong. That's the same thing with women. It's just we do it a little sneakier and more manipulating and devilish, is we will still act like, we want to have the upper hand. We don't want to make it like, because it's embarrassing when you're wrong, and we don't want to feel that way. So of course, we won't take accountability for our actions. We're just going to try to flip it on you. Which, if you think about it, women will definitely try to flip it on a dude because, okay, for example, in my comment section on my Kevin Samuels video, there were girls saying like, the reason why we can't treat our hubbies like a king is because they're assholes to us, or they treat us like shit, or they cheating on us and stuff. And it's like, so you decide to be a bitch today because you think your man's cheating on you. Why? It's actions equals a reaction, right? So I feel like women are, instead of just saying like, you're right, I shouldn't be a bitch, I should treat my man like the king that he is. She's not gonna do that. She's gonna bring up all the times that you were a douche to her, and she's gonna make you feel bad about that, which excuses the fact that she was being a bitch to you today. You get what I'm saying? Like, basically whatever bad things that you've done in the past, which, like I said, whatever you say can be used against you. Whatever you do will be used against you. So if you did something in the past, something grimy, they store that up here, and they're going to use that for the day that you think they're wrong for something. They're going to bring up the time that you were wrong. Girls like to say that their reasoning, oh, I put this on my thumbnail. Girls blame guys for their flaws, is because, Kevin likes to call women out for, I guess, not smiling at her man, not being welcoming and comforting when he comes home. And the women will usually retaliate with, well, we get disrespected left and right. And it's like, okay, so that makes it okay for you to be a bitch. Two rights do not make a wrong. And I'm not saying that if a dude is rude to a female, then she should just take it. But if she's being a bitch back, you're not going to fix anything. You're both just going to be equally assholes to each other, and nothing's going to get better. So if a female feels like she's constantly disrespected by her man and she can't change anything, instead of trying to play his game and be a bitch back and not treat him like a king, then just leave. Like, what are you doing? And if you can't leave, okay, try to fix the situation together. Stop being a bitch. Tell him stop being an asshole. I don't know what to tell you, but there's no point in not trying to treat each other like freaking royalty. If this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, then you both got to put in the work to try to make each other feel loved again. There's no point in saying like, oh, I'm crazy because he makes me crazy. That's an excuse right there, because a lot of times women are using everything from their past in that one sentence. I'm crazy because he makes me this way. It's not just this dude. It's all the dudes before him too. And if it's this particular dude that's making her crazy, why are you still with this dude that's making you crazy? It's like, just don't be freaking crazy. I'm crazy too, so I really can't talk. But I'm just saying, for us women, we just need to show, I guess, more compassion and understanding. And if you feel like your significant other makes you crazy, then talk to them about it. Communication. And it's not going to fix things overnight, but it's definitely better than giving your man an attitude when he comes home from work, because when he's going through hell and back at work all day, trying to put food on the table, and he comes home, he wants to come home to a happy place, happy wife, happy life. He don't want to come home to someone that's nagging and complaining about everything. And if the dude's giving the chick something to nag about, then you guys need to fix the issues. You guys need to tackle the issues so that every day you're not coming home to someone that doesn't make you happy. Because at the end of the day, relationships are you're there to make each other happy. Like, you're an added bonus to your happiness that was already there. So if you're with someone and they just tear you apart every day, is it really worth being with that person? Is what I'm saying. There's a lot going on over here. Exactly. Come home to a sweet smile. Again, it's easier said than done. And of course, sometimes we going through things and sometimes we had a bad day too. And if a woman has a bad day, it's hard for her to be a light to somebody. So that's understandable. If a girl's going through it, she's going to take it out on her man. It's not okay, but it happens. We do it. But if that's the case, then we just got to make sure we're not doing that all the time, right? Exactly. Relationships aren't meant to be stressful. The reason why they are, I feel like, is just a lack of communication and just not, I feel like people need to go to couples therapy because there are simple things that we got to do, but we don't really think about it because in the moment we're so stuck in a lot of our old ways and we don't really know what's right and what's wrong. But if you sit down with your partner and communicate with them how you guys feel, then you guys can tackle issues one at a time. And I have a friend who his girl is kind of a biatch. So how does he tackle that? Instead of just leaving, I'm like, just talk to her about it. Don't tell her to be a biatch, but just sit her down and say, hey, this is how you make me feel when you say these things to me. And she apologized. And, sometimes she'll go back to it again because women tend to just be crazy like that. But the point is communicating how you feel. If you feel like your woman is disrespectful and she's naggy all the time, talk to her about her being naggy and she'll tell you why she's being naggy. And then you can, try to kind of work through it. Nicanar, people blame others because they don't know themselves and don't want to take responsibility, generally speaking. Yeah, that's true. Nicanar preaching over here. Let's see. Funny part is she thinks she can have a lot of male friends and still have a healthy relationship. Not possible. Usually guys not allowed to have female friends. See this all the time. I've seen plenty of healthy marriages where the guy is still best friends with girls and the girl's still best friends with the guys. As long as nobody's hoeing and doing anything disrespectful and you trust each other and you're best friends, it don't freaking matter. If you're worried about that, there's some kind of insecurity over there. If you feel like your girl can't have guy friends, it depends. Like my man and I share friends. Like we have the same mutual friends. So we all know each other and trust each other. We're all in the same circle. My guy was my best friend before, still is my best friend. There's no issues there. If he has an issue, we talk about it. So yeah, if you guys feel like your girl can't have guy friends, maybe you just don't trust your girl. Maybe she don't give you reason to make it okay. What? I just opened an app I didn't open. Oh my God. Okay. Jerome, hey Jenny, I want to know what you think about jump offs, wanting to be in a relationship. Can you narrow that down a little bit for me? I feel like I keep doing that to you guys. Can you be a little bit more specific? Oh, time. We're going to go to the next question. Let's see. What do you want to do? Self-improve and blame it for ending. Sorry, I'm trying to read your comments and read your Instagram questions at the same time. Okay, why do women dump a guy who's trying to self-improve and blame him for it ending? Oh, hold on, that was very specific. Why do women dump a guy who's trying to self-improve and blame him for it ending? Well, sometimes girls aren't really, or sometimes people aren't necessarily selfish, but people are thinking of their own emotions and rather than their significant others, right? So if she ended it because you want to self-improve, maybe she wanted you to self-improve on your own, because there are couples who, if one person is going through something, they need to, either that person needs to get through it alone or they feel like they can get through it together. Some people need to be alone to work on themselves, and that's okay. So if that was the case, then no one's really in the wrong. You were just trying to do your own thing, work on you. She's trying to let you do that, and I think that's okay. Okay, I thought I missed something. Oh, Jerome, did you specify for me? I don't see that. Okie doke. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. Why do women get jealous every time you mention another woman's name if you're not with her? Why do women get jealous every time I mention another woman's name if you're not with her? I mean, that makes sense. If you with a girl and she keeps talking about Tyrone, and that's gonna piss you off, I feel like some of these questions you guys gotta think of it from your point of view too. She may not be with Tyrone, but if she keep bringing up his name, there's gonna be a problem. Next one. Why do women get? Oh, I just read that one. Can old love be rekindled with your ex? I mean, it really depends. It's very situational. If you want that girl that got away, you also have to think about like why she got away. A lot of times when people jump back into relationships with an ex, it's because they just miss the good times and they forget why they broke up in the first place. So I think if you know the reason why you broke up and you can fix it before you get back together, then yeah, there's always a chance of I believe in second chances as long as you fix the issue first. If you jump straight back into something that wasn't fixed, you'll have the same issue and you'll break up again. Game changer. Thank you for the super chat. Why do women like instigating situations for their men to fight? It's not that women like to fight and like to argue. I know you guys like to say that, women always just love arguing, whatever. I mean, as far as debating, I know people that like debating just for fun. But as far as women trying to pick a fight, they're not literally trying to start a fight. They're just speaking their mind about something that they don't like. So they don't want to fight with you because in a sense they could be proven wrong. And women don't like to be wrong. So if a fight occurs because of something they said, they definitely didn't intend for it to be a fight. They just were saying something that was bothering them. So maybe they're like, why you always got this girl texting your phone? And then how are you going to respond to that? You're not going to be like, yeah, you're right, I should stop texting. No, chances are you guys are going to start arguing back and be like, man, that's just Felicia, she's just you guys are going to end up fighting regardless when you bring something up. So if that would be the same thing as if you brought up how you felt about a situation to your girl. If she doesn't like how you said it or doesn't like that you said that, then of course it's going to start a fight anyway. So girls don't intentionally want to fight. Maybe there are. If you think your girl literally just wants to fight with you, then sure, I guess you could say that. But as far as the woman I know, they don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, but I know when I do end up fighting with my dude, it's only because one of us has brought up something that bothered us and neither of us were happy with that statement. So we end up fighting about it or debating about it or whatever. And that's okay. But that doesn't necessarily mean that she's just laying in bed how can I start a fight with this dude? It's no, I got something on my head. I need to let him know whether it gets into a fight or not, which usually ends up getting into a fight. Game changer. No to fist fighting other men. What? Would I fist fight a man? No. I don't want to fight nobody. I can't. And even if I could, I wouldn't. Ooh. Speaking of, excuse me. Oh my God, I burped. I'm sorry. Speaking of fist fighting, I've heard some stories recently of women hitting their guys. Not okay. I don't think, just like the same way that they say a man should never hit a woman. Why is it just that? Why is it a man can never hit a woman? Why can't it be neither partner should hit each other, period? Just because a man can't hit a woman doesn't make it okay for a woman to hit a man. Whatever it is that a guy could have said to provoke a woman, at least walk away. Or, because arguing isn't going to fix anything, clearly. But trying, when a woman puts her hands on a man, it's and it's not sexual, that is not okay. Just she wouldn't want. That's what I'm saying. In a relationship, just don't do unto others that you wouldn't want to be done to you. Just don't. If a woman don't want a man to put his hands on her, then she shouldn't put her hands on him, right? Why are we hitting people in 2021? And why are we breaking PS4s? I can't stand when women think, okay, women, I'm definitely going to put you on blast for this. If you are a woman and you have destroyed a man's things because he pissed you off, why do you think that's an adult okay thing to do? Whether he cheated on you or whatever the case is, you're taking his belongings and things that he cares about and you're crushing it because of how you feel. So neither gender should be breaking anything that belongs to the other person because it's not going to fix anything. It's not. If you're mad at your man for cheating and you're like, oh, you broke my heart, so I'm going to break this. Okay, does that take the cheating back? Or now is he extra mad at you while you're mad at him? And have you made the situation significantly worse and just showed him that you're crazy? Women, stop breaking your man's things. Why do they do this? They literally still do this. I don't know if you guys know girls that do it, but I know girls that have done it as of recently. And I'm like, what? Like, that didn't fix anything. You literally broke more things. Not only are hearts broken, but things are broken now too. Like, stop. Jerome, thank you for the super chat. For instance, you just getting it in with a chick. She says that's what she wants and you agree with that. Then when you don't give as much attention as she wants, then she starts giving relationship vibes. Okay, let me tell you, it is very important to be upfront with a person about your intentions. I mean, clearly that's not something you stop and do when you're in the moment. You're not going to be like, hold on, just so you know, not looking for anything. Oh, obviously you don't really say that till after. But even if you do say it in the beginning, like, hey, I'm not looking for anything, and they're like, chances are they're going to agree with you, right? Whether it's a guy or girl, they're going to be like, yeah, me neither. Yeah, I don't want anything. But then once you give them the D or the P, whoever I'm talking to, and suddenly they're digmatized or pematized, once they've had that and they realize they do want a relationship, their minds change. And like I said, women can change their minds in a heartbeat. 1 minute she can want you, the next minute she'll be over it. That's just how women are, kind of like Geminis. But yeah, I don't know what your question was, but this is definitely it's more so situational. Like, it's really not something you can avoid unless you just do a bad job in bed. But a lot of times if a girl says like she's not going to want a relationship and you put it down, she's going to want a relationship, just like vice versa. If you say you don't want this female for longevity, whatever, you just want her for the night, but then she puts it down and suddenly you're like, damn, you know what? I could actually rock with this more often. You know, people change their minds. So that's understandable. But if you do feel like she still wants you after you've made your point clear, you can't keep hooking up with her and expecting her feelings not to grow. And you're just going to dig yourself a deeper hole. No matter how fine she is, if she's just a hookup and she wants you more than that, the more you hook up with her, the more she's going to get attached. Nicanor, thank you for the super chat. Jenny, Tiffany Harding has a question posted like 8 times. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tiffany, how do you feel when a woman is attracted to you? Oh, well, I'm in a relationship, like I've said before. So it's cool. It's nice, but like, I can't, you know, yeah, I think it's sweet. But that's about it. That's like, if a guy's attracted to me, like I appreciate it. I appreciate the attraction, but you know, not single. Lion Rumble 81. Thank you for the super chat. Had dinner, came back for dessert. Love you, Jenny B. Hey, good to see you again. What'd you have for dinner? Neil, what you saying? But you are bi, right? Yes. Okay, yes, I am bisexual, meaning being interested in men and women. But if I'm in a relationship, then I will only have eyes for the one person that I'm with. So man or woman, no one's going to get my attention except the one person that has it. Sorry, guys. I still love you guys, though. Don't hate me. But that's just really not necessarily wanting someone for who they are. You want them for what they put on you. Oh, that's true. Yeah. But at the same time, like with women, whenever they, like, I feel like a good percentage of women don't necessarily find that, like, they don't have the best luck in finding someone who really put it down. Like, they'll act like it, but when they find that person that does put it down, a lot of times it also gets them mentally. It's like different levels of attraction, you know? So if they do like how you put it down, sometimes it makes them emotionally crave you too. Because women are, you know, we don't just think about sex. We think emotions too. That's why they say it's worse when a woman cheats, because they think with their heads. I mean, I think both are bad, but yeah, women definitely like to cheat with their hearts and their minds when they do cheat too. Sometimes they do just want to hook up with somebody. Everyone's different and every situation is different. What's a way to a woman's heart? Food. I'm just kidding. No, sometimes girls will use you for food, so don't fall for that. A way to a woman's heart. I mean, that's pretty simple. Simple to say, but not as easy to be. But I would say, Jenny, I love how you're ignoring that question. What question? I would say you have to mesh with her on every level. But at the same time, if you're meshing with her on every level, then that's something that's mutual. That means that she's also winning your heart on that level. It can't just be you trying to win someone over all the time. Like, just like I said, you shouldn't be having to chase anybody. You should look at yourself as the catch, not like, oh my God, what I would give to be with this one person. It's like they have to look at you in that same light, because if you're going to be with this person for a long time or forever, you would want them to look at you the same way you look at them. If you're like in awe of them, they should be in awe of you. Jerome, thank you for the super chat. Maybe you're right. I just need to start being bad in bed so I won't have any more headaches. Oh, yeah, Dev. If you don't want a chick to like be fiending for you, you got to not put it down. Like, be horrible at it. And it's not hard to be horrible in bed. I feel like there's a lot of things that a guy could, like simple things a guy could do wrong that will make a girl not want you anymore. Nikinar, I think I'm a good looking guy. If I know a woman thinks the same, do I pursue? Just curious for the future. It depends what is making you think that she thinks the same. Because if you feel like you're a good looking guy, that's from your perspective, and everyone has different tastes in different women have different tastes in different men. They all have their types. So I wouldn't say because you think you're good looking, you can just go after whoever you think is attractive because they'll think the same way, because you never know what they prefer in a guy. You know, sometimes girls prefer certain heights, certain accents, certain ethnicities, certain weights and body types and stuff. So you never know what someone in particular finds attractive. So I would say not to necessarily pursue someone right away until they've shown you signs that they're interested. And when I say signs, I mean like subtle things that aren't just friend-like things that aren't friendly. You know, even like I said before, like a lot of touching. If someone like puts their hand on your leg, that's kind of like, it's kind of a big sign right there. Or if someone keeps touching your arm, you know, females can get very touchy when they're attracted to somebody. Okay, next one. Why they broke but want a good paying man? That is so annoying. I feel you guys. I've known a lot of women who, you know, like they still live at home with which this is fine. Like I said, women who live at home with their parents when they're almost in their 30s, and you know, sometimes they don't got a car, sometimes they don't got a job, but they out here wanting the richest dude, NBA player, freaking NFL player or something to sweep them off their feet. But those, obviously, if a woman's like that, if that's what you want, you know, if you want to be that sugar daddy to them, you can do that. But if you don't want to be that man to them, then that's not the girl that you want, obviously, because you have to realize what they're looking for when they only crave that. The women that I've known to like just guys with money or celebrities or fame is exactly what it is. They're not looking for anything serious unless, you know, I don't know, sometimes girls girls be thinking the most. But a lot of times they're just in it for the fame and for the money. And if that's the case, if that's the type of girl that you want, then go for it, but you got to know that that's what their aim is. And yes, if they don't have money and resources and they go after yours, that's why they're going after yours, because they don't got it. You guys know where that's from? Why do some women want to just talk to most guys but immediately have sex with others? It depends. Sometimes it could just be a sex appeal thing. Like I said, they could just instantly be sexually attracted to somebody. Whereas someone else, they might feel a stronger connection in a different way, and they see more longevity in that, and they want to wait for it. It's just all perspectives of whoever it is that she is talking to. If she's talking to a guy, she jumps his bones right away. Clearly, there is like a sexual connection there. And maybe with someone else, she feels more of an emotional connection and she wants to take it slow. I feel like guys can do this stuff too. Why do women start arguments for no reason? Is it for makeup sex? Let me tell you, when a woman starts an argument with you, 99% of the time she's not thinking, I'm doing this for the makeup sex. I think that's what you guys are thinking probably, but she's not thinking about that. She's really thinking about what's pissing her off at that very moment. The bonus sex is, the bonus, the makeup sex is just a bonus later on, but she's not even gonna think about that until the fight's over and you guys actually start doing it. But that is not her intention, trust. Jerome King, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I know, I loved Doug back in the day. Oh, hey. Simon, thank you, Simon, for the super chat. I appreciate you. I hope you guys are enjoying me talk your ears off. I feel like I've been talking for a million years. Okay, I'm only on this first page of freaking questions, you guys. It's crazy. What are women most attracted to in us guys? Well, a lot of women initially, just like men, will look at physical features first, right? Because that's just a natural human thing to do. When you see a girl, if let's say you're in a club with a bunch of girls, you're not going to go for the most unattractive chick, right? Your eyes are going to be set on the one that walks into the room and grabs everyone's attention, right? That's who you're looking at. Kind of same with a female. She's like, I feel like the ratio of male to female, like, say you walk into a room and you're looking for someone attractive and you're a dude, chances are you're going to see a lot of attractive women. If a woman walks into a room, chances are she won't find one guy she's physically attracted to. Why? Because there's a lot more attractive women than there are attractive men in what society considers beautiful, right? So I feel like guys will tend to have more options than women do. So if a woman sees a guy that she finds physically attractive, it's a lot more rare. So that's the first thing that she's gonna like jump on, So the first thing that girls notice is looks, just like anybody else would notice looks, right? So a lot of females pay attention to height. I don't know why that's so high on a female's list. I mean, I know why, but I just don't agree with it. But a lot of women need to have the tallest mofo. And that's always like, he has to be tall. And it's like, and their tall isn't just like 5'10". They're tall, like he gotta be like 6'4". And the reason why women you guys didn't ask this question, but I know you guys are wondering. The reason why women love tall guys is because they love the thought of being dominated and someone being able to fight their battles, someone that can protect them, make them feel safe, and also toss them around in bed. The thought of that is like, oh, the bigger the better, right? That's kind of like their mentality towards that from the women that I've known. And when I was younger, I liked tall guys too, but because I'm so short, I didn't discriminate. I wasn't like I only like tall guys, but tall guys were appealing to me because I liked the height difference. Like I'm low to the ground and they're like up there. But at this point, like, I don't care about that, but other women do care about height a lot because, well, they just find it attractive. It's kind of like how you guys will see a big old booty, a big old natural booty, and you find that attractive. That's just what women find attractive on a guy, is height, as well as their downstairs. Will, thank you for the super chat. Jenny, on your next live, do a StreamYard, please. What that sounds so familiar. What is that? Is that where you guys can also get on my screen too? Because if so, I do that on Combos. So you guys make sure you follow me on the Combos app. Next one. Man, I've been on here for a while, you guys. I don't know if I can get through all these. Why do women fake orgasms? Well, would it be enjoyable for you if your girl was just laying there silent? Probably not. You guys are very visual. Like, you guys like to be visually pleased, and also, you know, verbally, like, you guys want to hear the girl, right? So if she's not enjoying it, she might orgasm anyway or fake it because she wants you to be enjoying it too, because you're not going to enjoy it if she's just a dead fish and just silent. And plus, that would not feel good for you if your girl was silent. At the same time, I'm sure you'd rather her be honest. But what if you're not putting it down and she's totally honest and just dead quiet? You want that instead? Or you really want to think you putting it down? I don't know. Both are kind of bad, but I think the girl would do it because she don't want you to think that her sex is trash because she quiet and not, you know? So there's that. Do women become more or less frisky when men play video games? I feel like more women do. I mean, I can't speak for all of them. I know I personally find it very attractive when my man plays video games. Like, I don't know why it's a turn on for me. I guess because I just love the gaming side. I love nerds. So, like, that is a turn on for me. And I think other girls tend to also kind of gravitate towards the guy that's playing video games while he's playing video games, because it's like he's busy. He's like occupied with something else. So she kind of wants to get his attention. So it's kind of a good method in getting girls' attention too. Why do women spend years in a relationship that isn't going anywhere? Hope and comfortability. I would say women who, everyone invests a lot into a relationship. And once you've put in so much time and blood, sweat, and tears into something, you really don't want to throw that away. And everyone, I feel like most women go through a phase where they settle or they stay with someone that they're not happy with because they're comfortable and they don't want to have to start over with someone new. So they'll rather stay in something toxic because they feel like they loved that person once before and that maybe they can change, which a lot of times if someone is set in their ways and they're not going to change, then you're just sticking around for nothing. But, like I said, women stay for different reasons. It could be comfortability. It could be that they feel like they won't find anyone better because they've only been with this person for so long. They don't know what it's like to be in something happy and healthy. It could be a number of reasons. Nick and R. All right, Jenny, I'm getting off. I'll follow you on IG. Hopefully I can meet you one day. You're Humming Doug. Hey, I love that show. And Rugrats. Yes, Rugrats too. All right, Nick and I, thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you soon on Instagram and Combo. Oh, you guys need to get the Combos app. I know I said that already. I'm going to go ahead and type that in here. Download the Combos app. I know some of you are saying there's like a waiting list or something. Just keep trying. They're going to be letting you guys in at some point. I think they put you guys through a little like test to make sure you guys aren't like doing nothing pervy on there. But yeah, if you do get on the Combos app, it'll allow us to, like, when I'm live, you guys can actually go live with me. Why do women leave a good relationship then hope the man will take her back? A lot of people don't know what they got until it's gone. So sometimes women will push a good guy away and realize that they messed up. Guys do the same thing too. You know, it's easy to get comfortable, or it's perspective. Things look different from the outside looking in. So sometimes if you're in something with someone, you're focusing on so many negative things, and then once you break up and you're out of it, you start looking at the good things that you miss, and the good times and the laughter, and then you go back to that. So that's why a lot of times women, if they leave someone good and they come back, is because they took it for granted, obviously. I'm gonna try to kind of breeze through these because it's been a while. But why do so many women choose to be nursing assistants instead of doctors? Maybe because it's easier. I don't know any nurses really, but I would say it's significantly easier and quicker, and you still get paid pretty good. Maybe not as good, but less school. Why do some of you keep dating the same type of men that you complain about? I think I told you guys that already with the asshole thing. How will I know when a woman is interested in me? I answered that one too. Why do women want to stay on the phone and not say anything? Oh, that's a good one. Why do women want to stay on the phone and not say anything? I do this too, and I do this with my friends. I do this with my mom. We will be on FaceTime or on the phone or whatever, and we won't say anything. We'll just go about our day. Like, I'll be editing. My mom's just sitting there on the phone, quiet. She's cooking. And for me personally, it's a presence thing. Like, if I can't be with that person physically, I'll at least have their presence over the phone if that's the closest I can get to them. But sometimes I'm doing my own thing. They're doing their own thing, but it kind of just feels like we're in the same room. That's kind of why I would do it. Or if we're quiet, sometimes we could just be thinking about things, or we have a lot on our minds, but we still want you there because we care about you. A lot of times if a girl stays on the phone with you and she's not saying anything, I mean, she cares, because she wouldn't be wasting her time with someone she didn't give a crap about. Why would she even need their presence, period? Why would she even need to be on the phone with them? If you can get a chick on the phone with you, then she wants to talk to you, and that's a big deal, because nowadays people don't just stay on the phone for hours on end unless they really feeling you. So if someone chooses to be on the phone with you, whether they're quiet or not, you just know you have their attention. Game changer, you misunderstood my question. All good. Oh no, which question was it? I'm sorry. Tell me. Let me try to keep up. You guys. Okay, Jerome, I'm about to get off as well. I got to watch Doug now. Oh, snap! Where? Hulu? But I can't wait for you to do another one of bad date videos. Have a good night. Oh, I haven't done one of those in a while. I should do that. But have a good night, Jerome. You guys are so funny. I was asking, why do women want to see their man? I was asking, why do women want to see their man fist fight other men? Excuse me. I don't know. I haven't even drank or eaten anything. I don't mind burping. Well, the testosterone, something about like guys fighting, especially if you're fighting over a girl, girls find that sexy. If you saw two fine women cat fighting over you, would you try to stop it, or are you like, damn, it's kind of hot? You guys kind of gotta look at it like perspective, from a different perspective. I'm saying, how is it possible women always find a way? How is it possible that women always find a way to hurt a nice guy like myself? I'm sorry you feel that way. Women are also getting hurt by douchebags, but a lot of times that's because they just chose incorrectly. So I guess I would say the same for you. Maybe you just chose incorrectly. Maybe you're choosing the wrong women, or maybe they're putting on a mask that's making you think that you know somebody when you really don't. So I would say if women keep hurting you, then they're not the right woman for you. And there's no point in trying to, sulk about it. Just move on to the next one, because those women that have hurt you aren't the one for you. That's not the person that you're meant to be with if they're just going to keep hurting you. I'm not one to necessarily give advice, because obviously we all have our own problems. And I'm not no therapist. I'm just telling you what I know from the women that I've met in my life, and based on what they like and what they don't like, I'm just kind of trying to, I guess, let you guys pick my brain on what I've heard. So I'm just telling you what I think is right, but I could be wrong. But this is just what I know based on perspectives of women that I've dealt with. But a lot of this doesn't apply, or some of this doesn't apply to everybody, but it does apply to, I feel like, the majority of people. Complain about why do girls go for bad guys? I asked that one. Why men first money? Why are the signals? Sorry, a lot of these questions are the same. Why are the signals so confusing? Because women are confused. I never know what I want ever. And when I think I do, I'm wrong. So if we don't know what we want and we're confused, then of course you're going to be extra confused. Because I'll hear my girlfriends all day long talk about the guy that they want, and they aren't acting like it. You know, like they'll say they want someone real or they want a relationship, but they're out here like throwing it back all the time. I'm like, you want to be with one person, but you can't even like you can't even show that that's what you're looking for. Like nobody thinks that. So, you know, I would just say like women are hard to understand because they can't understand themselves. So just don't. I would say just don't. Just try your best to treat them the way you want to be treated. And if she don't treat you the same way, then you need to just talk to her. You need to communicate with her, just like you'd want her to communicate with you if you did something wrong. Why do girls go for it? Asked on Ray. Why do women play hard to get? Women don't want to come off as easy unless they put themselves out there like that. But for the women that do play hard to get, they don't want to seem easy. That don't mean that they're not, but they don't want to seem it. How many inches are enough? To women, every woman is different. You know, just like for you, like what amount of booty is enough for you? Maybe you guys want the huge Kim Kardashian ones. Maybe you want the more natural ones. Maybe you don't care as long as she got a great personality and her booty's aight. Maybe you like the fitness booty. Girl, you know, you guys like different booties. Girls like different thingies. It depends on what they can handle and what hurts, what don't. If they want it to hurt, there's a lot of variations of what is enough to a woman. Everyone's going to be different when it comes to that answer. Why do women think if a guy is 5'7", he's considered short? Well, because I feel like for like the average of women is like 5'5". So if she puts her heels on, she's going to be taller than you. And she don't want that because she, like I said, she wants to feel dominated. Do you feel too many women nowadays are desperate for clout and willingly ignore great guys? Absolutely. Not all, but I know a lot of women in LA in particular, especially if they're Instagram models. Sometimes they care more about numbers than they do about someone good that's standing right in front of them. And then that's when they just ignore the good guys and are upset they can't find a good guy because they were ignoring them the whole time. But again, if you're meeting women like that, then those are not the women you want to be with. L. Nixon, what's up? What's going on, Jenny? Good to see you. Blessings and love. Thank you. Good to see you. How can the friend zone be avoided? How can the friend zone be avoided? It's not really something, if you think about it, you really like, if you don't want a woman, you're friend zoning her without friend zoning her. Like she's just in that category for you in your head. So if a woman doesn't see you in that way, like doesn't see you as more than a friend, you can try to get them to see you as more than that. But if they don't, after like, you know, a couple of tries, I would say to not keep fighting for it. Because like I said, you don't have to fight for anybody. So to avoid being friend zoned, sometimes it's inevitable because people either want you or they don't, and you shouldn't have to fight for it. So if you're in that category, if someone puts you there, then find someone else. There's no point in trying to be upset over someone that's not giving you the time of day. Like, then don't give them the time of day. Oh my gosh, you guys have been on here for a while. Oh, Neil, you leaving? Good seeing you, hearing from you. Appreciate you always coming by. Amos is here. Hi, Amos. I'm sorry, you guys. It's hard for me to keep up with your Instagram questions, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. Why do women find guys that are either married or taken so attractive? Oh, that's a great one. I did a skit about this too. About wanting a guy more when he's taken. There's something about a guy that's unavailable that makes women want them so much more. So if he's married or if he's in a relationship, sometimes guys aren't attractive to certain girls until they're in a relationship, and then suddenly she wants them. Why? Because it's something they can no longer attain. Like it's something that they can't have. And people always want what they can't have, right? Men and women be wanting what they can't have. So if a guy says, oh, sorry, married, she's gonna be like, oh. So what you're saying is I can't have you? Okay, bet. That's all it is. It's all just a game. It's like, I bet you I can still have you anyways, and I can get you to cheat on your girl. So if anything, if you want a girl, if you're trying to hook up with somebody and you're trying to get a girl, just tell her you got a girlfriend or you're married or something, and she's probably gonna want you more. That's bad advice. Never mind. Don't do that. Do y'all prefer a nice man or an asshole or something in between? Oh, do you prefer a nice man or an asshole or something in between? You said y'all, as in women. So again, every woman is different. I'm the guy I'm with is a freaking sweetheart, so I prefer a good, nice guy. Other women, not so much. Like, of course, they want a guy that's sweet, but they want a little bit of in between. Like, they don't want a douche, but they want someone who isn't just like showering them with compliments 24/7, unless you're dating them. If you're in a relationship with them, of course, they're going to want that attention from you. But if it's just someone you're just kind of pursuing, you don't want to keep like blowing down their line with all these freaking you don't want to be overly sweet to somebody, because and you have to kind of read the woman too and know what she wants, because I know some girls who say that they don't want nice guys. Like, they want someone who's like aggressive, and I don't agree with that, because I want my man sweet. Like, I don't want him to be any type of mean or controlling or whatever. But some girls like that. Some women do want a guy that's like, that can take charge and be aggressive and kind of like tell her what to do, maybe in a sexual way, probably. But it's something that girls just find sexy. So every woman is different. I can't tell you what the majority like, because everyone likes something else. So I would say, if it's something in particular to that woman and you've been eyeing her for a while, you got to kind of figure out what she's into. It's good to know her friends too. And when I say know her friends, I mean like get to know what she likes through her friends, like what her friends say that she's into. I don't mean get to like date her friends. Why are women so nice to me at work if I don't fawn over them like most of the guys there? Oh. Yeah, so if you're trying to get with a girl, the best thing to do is to not seem so eager and desperate. So if you see a girl and all the guys are freaking showering them with compliments left and right and trying to get at them, you're the one dude that's not, and that's going to stand out to her, because she's so used to all the guys going gaga over her. So if you don't, and you wait till that moment where you guys are alone and she's giving you that attention and you give it to her, you give it back to her, then I think that's better than trying to compete with all these other guys. It's the angles, guys. All right. Oh wow, I'm actually breezing through these now. It's been like 2 hours. Okay. Why everyone's gonna know? My girlfriend is still friends. My girlfriend is still friends with someone she messed around with and hangs out with from time to time. If you trust your girl and you guys set boundaries and she understands those boundaries, then I think it's okay to a certain extent. Um, if it's someone she messed around with in the past and you guys say you guys live together, maybe you can make sure that, if she's okay, first of all, I don't think she needs to be alone with him in a house. Um, depending on the situation, just because out of respect, not because she'll do something, but just out of respect for that person. Maybe they could go out to eat or something and catch up there. But if say the old dude wants to come over, maybe be present or show your presence, but it has to be with a female that you really trust, because if you don't trust her, then obviously that's not going to be okay. But there are some freaking loyal ass women out there, including myself, who can have guy friends and hang out with guy friends. Well, it's okay. Well, if you've messed around in the past, then it's different, and it varies. It depends on the situation and how close you are with the person. If it was just like it definitely, yeah, it depends on like how recent it was and what was involved. If no feelings were involved, and if it was just someone that your chick was just hooking up with and it was like just sex and like there's no friendship there, then she definitely can't just be chilling with him like that. That's not okay. But it's certain situations. That's why it's important to be best friends with your significant other, so you can talk about these things and you can know. So if you're not okay with a certain dude, you can be like, hey, tell me about this guy. How long have you known him? Like, are you guys gonna be cool? Whatever. Like, establish boundaries and make sure you're both respecting each other and not doing anything that you wouldn't want the other person to do. Why won't most women say it straight but expect guys to do it when confronted? What? Why won't most women say it straight but expect guys to do so when confronted? I don't know. Women be expecting a lot from men and not doing the same in return. I just feel like that's why our lists are so dang long. The lists of what women want to do are like crazy. Why do women find out irritating for nice men? Oh, I think I'm almost done. Do you think we should give girls hoodies on the first date? Do you think we should give girls hoodies on the first date? I would say yes, but bring a hoodie that you don't care too much about, just in case. Because it's like you want to be a gentleman and she don't remember that. But just in case it was just one date, you might want to, don't give her your favorite hoodie right away. What is it that truly turn women on? Everyone has different turn-ons and turn-offs, but women typically, they pay attention to looks first and then hope that you got the brains to back it up and the connection and the vibes. But as far as like turning them on, I guess if you can think of like, let's talk about some physical things that women are attracted to, right? Like cologne, like when a guy smells good, they love that. That's a huge turn on if a guy freaking smells good. Just like it would be a turn off if the guy smells bad. It's more so common sense things that really turn women on. Do all women like well-endowed men? Not all. Not all women like that, but a lot of women will talk about liking that, but there are some women that they're okay with anything as long as they really want the guy. They're really into the dude. Why are y'all good liars? Girls are good liars because, okay, this is where the manipulation comes in. Think about, how girls are like detectives, right? So you can see on like Instagram skits how sneaky girls are when it comes to, stalking a guy's Instagram and finding out who that chick is that they were with. Like, why do you think females are so good at finding out if you cheated or finding out who it is you're talking to, or like just finding information out that you wouldn't have even thought of? Well, did you ever think that they could use that to their advantage? Because you don't know how they're finding out this stuff. So they're using what you didn't do, they're doing it. So say you're out somewhere, say you're like at a party or something, and there's like a bunch of girls dancing all over you, twerking on you or something, and your girl finds that story by looking at someone else's story of someone else's story of someone else's story, and looked in the corner and saw in the background you were with other girls. You think because you weren't aware of your surroundings and who's recording when and what your actions are and if they're bad and what my girl will think if she saw me doing it, if you were thinking of any of those things, you wouldn't have gotten caught, right? Well, a female is thinking of all those things. So a lot of times she can get away with stuff that you won't, because she knows that what she catches you doing, you're not going to do to catch her, because otherwise you wouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? So she can be doing the same thing. She can have a bunch of dudes. She could be at a strip club, a male strip club, and have guys dancing on her, but she won't freaking know, because she's going to be like, A, I'm going to make sure no one's recording this. B, I'm going to make sure no one posts about this. No one's tagging me in anything. Like, she's going to be doing all these things that she normally does to catch you. She's going to make sure that you got nothing to catch her doing. So girls can be really sneaky in that sense, because they know what to avoid. And they know that, you know, since you guys aren't super careful with not leaving a trace of your, I guess, what you guys do that's bad, they know that because you guys kind of stumble over that stuff, they're not going to make that same mistake. They're going to know what to look out for and what not to do. Some girls don't, the ones that get caught, but we're talking about the sneaky ones here. Girls are really sneaky. And it's because the stuff that they do detective-wise to catch you, they're kind of playing detective on themselves. They're like, okay, let me retrace my steps and make sure I'm not leaving any evidence behind that I would catch him doing. They're careful with that. You got to think about that. Okay, I think I got through. Yeah, I pretty much got through all the Instagram questions. That was a lot, you guys. That was even all of them. That's what I managed to capture within like a certain amount of hours after I posted it, but then it expired. So, all right. I know you guys are having, I know you guys have a million more questions on here. As much as I would love to answer them, I'm running out of time. Not running out of time, but I've been on here for 2 hours, you guys. So now that I have time to read some more comments, hello. Hey, Tony. I like the things you do. Why do some women quick to believe a lie rather than the truth? Because they're used to being lied to. Think about, like, women tend to clearly, you know, girls have daddy issues, right? They tend to use trauma in current events, current situations, and that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but like, it's understandable. That's why when people go to therapy and the therapist asks about your backstory, they want to know your childhood and your history, because everything that happened in your past affects how you think in the present. So if a girl got cheated on 1,000,000 times and lied to 1,000,000 times, no matter how much she says, I'm not going to compare you to him, subconsciously she still is, because it's trauma. It was traumatic for her to love someone that freaking ended up being someone totally different. So of course they're going to tend to believe lies more than the truth. They're going to tend to not believe lies more than the truth, but they're going to tend to overthink things and make assumptions because of patterns. And it's not even just like not giving someone the benefit of the doubt, and like not just trying to give someone a clean slate, but also, you know, just repeating the same actions. So if you do something, say you put your phone like this in front of her, she's going to remember all the guys that did that and were actually texting other hoes, and she's going to look at that and be triggered. So it's like, even if you're a good guy and she wants you to have a clean slate, there's triggers. And it's something that you could tell her, like, hey, I'm not that guy. I'm a good guy. You can tell her that all you want to, and she'll believe it on the outside, but subconsciously up here, her brain is like thinking other things, and you can't tell her what to not think and what to think, because all she knows is what she's been through. And it's hard for someone to just drop everything that they've that they've been through, like everything that affects how they think now. That's why, like I said, in therapy, a lot of people who talk about their past and what they've been through is because it affects their present one way or another, as much as they want to hide it or not admit that it's affecting that. It's your past in one way or another is going to affect the way you think. I don't even remember what I was answering. Okay. I'm gonna try to scroll through some of these real quick. You like my feet? Thank you. Zay, what's up, Zay? Where's Remy at? He's by the door being depressed because I'm not giving him attention. I didn't put him on the couch, which I probably should have. But all right, you guys, it is 2:10. I'm gonna try to make my way out of here because I'm an early bird. Wait, I said it's 2:10. See, this is why I need to go because I'm tired. It has been 2 hours and 10 minutes is what I'm saying. Oh my God, man. It is 8:42. I need to go. I know I talked you guys' ear off, but I appreciate you guys so much for sticking around. I'm sorry, my camera quality whenever I stream is terrible. I promise I'm gonna work on that. L. Nixon, Jenny, I'm headed to bed. Have a good night. If you're in the chat and not subbed, click it and the notification. Peace out, everyone. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you guys again, all of you. Zay, Amos, Neil, everybody. I appreciate you guys for sticking around and watching me talk for a good 2 hours. Oh man, I just saw a good question. Man, until next time. Okay. I'm gonna get back to you guys. I'm gonna try to get on these lives a little bit more frequently, kind of pick you guys' brain a little more. You can pick my brain some more. Let me know in the comments what you thought about everything that I said. I hope I answered you guys' questions. I probably said the obvious answer in all of these, but I'm sure it's good to hear it from me than to just assume. So I'm confirming what you guys probably already thought and knew. But all in all, I love you guys. Moving forward, I want nothing but the best for all of you in your relationships. So women, treat your men like kings. If you feel like they don't deserve it, talk to them about why. Men, treat your female like queens. Don't chase these hoes. Chase some real ass classy women. If you can find them, they're out there. We out here. I love you guys. I wish nothing but the best for you. Working on my anxiety, depression organization very soon for you guys. So I'll have some content ready for you. But I appreciate you. You guys are amazing. And I love you guys. If you guys haven't heard that by anyone else today, you guys are amazing. I hope you have an amazing night and a great day tomorrow. And I will see you guys very soon. Love you. Bye.